AD, baby. Been hunting this bear all week.
I grunted at him. He come running back in. We just smoked another giant.
Just an absolute giant. Lifetime bull for me.
Team 200 is presented by MoonGuide. Plan your best hunt.
Finding the right piece of property is utterly important, and then keeping that property is also really important. You've got to go out of your way. Just because you get into the door with that landowner, you got in, you got what you wanted, you've got to keep that relationship going.
Establishing a good relationship with the landowner is more important than ever these days. A long-term relationship, especially on properties that you know are great to hunt.
One of the hardest things today is finding a place to hunt. And whenever you find that place, the last thing you want to do is start running steps in the landowner's trees. You're there as a guest and you need to leave everything the way you found it.
The same thing goes with hunting at home as it does with going on trips, across the country or to a new country to hunt. Here I am in Edmonton, Canada for the first time. Justin arrived on schedule.
10 minutes behind schedule.
All right, my Canadian venture starts now. Let's do it. My season was all about building relationships. From the one that I have here in Kansas with Bob, been hunting on his place in and out over the last 20 years and having some great memories I built there with my brother, my friends, and even him, to go into Canada and starting a new relationship.
Kris Seymour is on his first ever moose hunt with Justin Iwanchuk in the Edmonton Bow Zone. Justin and his dad operate leisure guiding and outfitting and have repeat clients for both moose and whitetail.
We unpack, get the bows out, start shooting a little bit, just getting to know the place, the lodge. I go in, I see this incredible trophy room, all these amazing animals that Justin and his dad have harvested, and it just added to all the building of. I couldn't wait for my hunt to come. All right, I'm on the self video tonight. I got Justin across from me, put me up in this blind. I'm hunting for moose tonight, moose hunting. Can you believe it? I'm from Kansas, so this is just strange. How often is a school teacher going to get to shoot a moose? So I'm taking advantage of this opportunity. Can't thank Justin enough. And here we go. We're on a water hole. Lots of moose sign. We're hunting a food plot. Terrain looks pretty cool.
To be able to take people from another environment, a different country, or whatever their circumstance, whether they're a repeat clientele or it's a hunt of a lifetime, I've developed relationships with some of these people that'll last the rest of my life.
That's what you get with leisure guiding and outfitting right here, boys. It don't get no better than this. Keith and Justin are one shot.
It just brings such a joy to me to be able to share that with them and give them the memories of a lifetime.
It didn't pan out the first night, but I wasn't discouraged at all. The next morning we were going to get after it early and go find some moose.
We're going on the slip. Just spotted a nice bull. We're going for
it. It didn't take long. Justin spotted a couple bulls and we circled around and got on the stalk for the first time and got all the cameras turned on and just went after these bulls. I got to see how Justin called at them and walked at them with the paddle. They were younger bulls. We knew we weren't going to shoot them, but had fun filming them, and it was a great way to start the hunt.
Anyway, we're going to get on the move and check out some other spots.
I can't believe it. We've got a giant deer on the ground. By far the biggest buck I've ever killed.
And I had ozonics pointed. He didn't pick up anything. Gave me a 30-yard shot.
Thank God I have an ozonics.
Start seeing more deer more often and closer than you ever thought possible with Ozonics. Ozonics is the only product that actively and continually attacks game spooking odor in the downwind airstream during your entire hunt, allowing you to beat an animal's #1 defense, its nose.
When it comes to moose for me, I can sum it up pretty fast. dream hunt?
Moose is one of those bucket list hunts for a lot of people. You know, it was for me. It was something that I wanted to do, but a big bull moose is kind of iconic in North America. An unbelievable experience, and I'm going to try everything in my power to be able to get back and do that again.
Kris Seymour is hunting big bull moose in the Edmonton Bow Zone with outfitter, guide, and Team 200's Justin Iwanchuk.
This is our cover set.
With small bulls the first day, the team decides to do a little scouting before the evening hunt.
All right, I'm 6'2", and I'm standing up. You can see how tall this rub goes. Okay, that ain't no whitetail. This is our big moose sign. We know the moose are using this field or crossing through here. There's a watering hole right over the hill here, so it's been dried. They've been watering a lot. Really optimistic.
Yeah, stinky part too, all right. So you seen some this morning anyway?
So it's the second evening of the hunt, and Keith, Justin's dad, was really persistent about us going back to this water hole.
Got some great videos. Yeah, we'll go watch a big one today. Just keep it clean there.
I just got my ozonics set up. Should be good to go. It's a lot calmer tonight, so maybe the wind will be less gusty. Hopefully the moose will show up. I'm dressing in black tonight to kind of blend in the blind a little bit better. We got some Evercalm sent out. Had a great hunt this morning. Gotta love stalking them and calling them in also, but the rut's kind of dwindled and sounds like they're with their cows, but my second cameraman over there.
I got settled in, Justin got settled in across from me. He was videoing a second angle. It was gonna be really awesome if something came out, and it wasn't long before I look over and there's a cow moose standing underneath Justin's stand.
Had a cow moose enter the field. I think she might be circling around, coming back over.
Well, she got spooked. I didn't know how the hunt was going to go from there. 10 minutes later, I look over at Justin, and he's giving me this sign on top of his head. And I knew then it was about ready to go down. There was a big moose coming from behind me. To see a big bull moose for the first time it's pretty overwhelming because you don't understand how large they are until you see it up close and personal.
See him right there. I can see him. I looked at the footage. The shot looked awesome, and heart's still going, but everything did its job. Shaking. I got the rush. I had the ozonics going. Anything you can do to help your scent control, put the wind in your favor, try it. It obviously worked tonight. Gonna go meet. Go check this out. It's all gravy now, I think. I think that bull's dead in there, so we're gonna pull out. We're gonna back out and wait for Keith to show up.
I think we're gonna go have a bite to eat dinner because
okay.
It's a lot of work. Once the work starts, it's a long haul.
It's a lot of work for these guys, not for me.
Yeah, right? This is your, the guiding's done. It's all up to you now, buddy.
While other companies add preservatives and or water to their products, all raw frozen scents are 100% pure.
Well, I just took some raw 30 plus estrus and freshened up this mock scrape I've got here.
When preservatives are added to ward off decomposition or when scents are diluted with water, both of these commonly used practices can actually change the scent's profile, making it less than desirable to deer. You as a hunter might not be able to detect the difference, but deer certainly can.
put on some raw 30 plus estrus. I mean, I really doused it, and then just exposing that dirt, you know, will really draw their attention too.
Raw frozen scents are 100% pure and frozen to preserve their freshness. Nothing is added, nothing.
Kris Seymour just shot a bull moose in Alberta. While Kris was filming the whole hunt himself, Justin Iwanchuk was in the same field filming Kris releasing the arrow. The team has decided to meet and form a plan for recovery.
Follow me with this incredible full moon. Let's go find my big Alberta moose. Let's go. Right over here, right over here. Right here. Oh my God. Look at this thing. That's a big animal.
Holy.
Look at the size of this thing.
Congratulations, good shot, man.
My first Team 200 kill. I could be prouder, hunting with a buddy, Justin Iwanchuk, up here in Alberta, Canada. This is my first trip to Canada hunting. Man, this is just incredible. The hunt in the bow zone was everything I could have asked for, but more importantly, what I took away from the hunt was the new relationship that I'd built with Justin and his family. You know, and that's something that's just gonna build year after year after year. And I can't wait till I can return the favor and bring Justin out to Kansas. What an awesome hunt last night. First moose, Alberta, couldn't beat it. Just still trying to figure out how we're gonna get this big moose inside this Yeti cooler, but we're gonna make it work. My big game hunt was over. Moose hunt was behind me, and it was time to focus on whitetail. I had a plan, starting from the summer with my mineral, started gathering some inventory, had some great food plot pictures of some big bucks. And after I got back from the moose hunt, it was just like, okay, you know, here we go. It's the end of October, the rut's fast approaching. I got all my stands in position. I had to relocate a new stand, but I was ready. You know, I had several quality bucks on camera on this farm, and I was really excited for what was to come.
Fresh sign all over, blown up on the way in, so something big has moved in here.
For over 2 decades, the MoonGuide has been the #1 rated tool for serious hunters, telling you when giant whitetails will move and where you need to hunt. Now, you can accurately predict the best days and times to catch a big buck moving during daylight with the Deer Hunter's MoonGuide. Are you tired of hunting nocturnal trail camera bucks? Do you ever wonder why some bucks only show up during daylight on certain days each year? The Deer Hunter's MoonGuide is here to help, and it's unlike any other lunar tool you've ever seen. For effective preseason scouting, scheduling time off work, planning out-of-state hunts, and increasing your overall hunting success, simply check the MoonGuide's calendar to find the best days, times, and hunting locations to catch a mature deer on his feet during daylight hours. The MoonGuide is now available as a mobile app too, giving you exclusive tips from the pros, local weather, the rut guide, exclusive discounts, and the deadly red moon data. Plan your best hunt at moonguide.com. Kris Seymour just rattled in a giant Kansas buck into bow range. Even though the buck's attention was on the decoy, Kris wasn't able to close the deal.
It's the pain solo cam. What a stud buck. Came right into the rattling horns, ripped a scrape. I'm scrambling around turning cameras on. Oh my gosh, it was so close. Came right into the decoy and obviously smelled something he didn't like. Man.
After that encounter with that big 8, I was pretty deflated, but wasn't discouraged. I mean, it was only November 2nd, so I was ready to get after it. There was a front coming, big bucks were obviously moving, so I had to get back out there. I got the decoy out, ever calm all over it. You know, I'm ready to go. Perfect northwest wind, and it wasn't 5 minutes, I already got a doe and a buck coming right into my decoy setup.
Just a perfect morning. Rained all day yesterday, and had to get in the tree today because the rain quit. Northwest wind, cold fronts in, highs in the 40s today, so this is it. Gonna rattle here in a second.
30 minutes goes by, I crack the horns, I hear something, I turn around, glass him with the Meoptas, and there he is, my giant, standing there about 30, 35 yards down in the brush. When I set this up this morning, I put a bunch of rutting buck lure from Conquest Scents on the antlers, and then I put some on the legs and the back here, and I always take the actual scent and I just leave it out after I'm done, just so that extra scent just kind of flows through the air. He obviously didn't smell anything he didn't like, so it kept him calm for my shot. It's not bad to keep it in your clothes too, because then you'll end up smelling like it. Pretty awesome blood, and I know I smacked him right where you're supposed to, so he's not far, but he was stuck hard. You can see my arrow right here. And it is just drenched in blood. You can see that rage hypodermic right there. That's Kansas rut right there. He's got a rack. Look at the body. Just an absolute Kansas giant right here. It's first week of November in Kansas, and as you can see, this big brute made the wrong move today coming in the decoy. Self video, I couldn't be happier. Huge giant buck. Haven't seen this buck since last year. So that just shows you anything can happen during the rut. First week of November, the rut's about ready to kick. Get the decoys out. Just let it happen. This is awesome. Team 200 right here. Establishing a good relationship with the landowner is more important than ever these days, especially on properties that you know are great to hunt.
With hunting, it's like with anything else, where you hear the old slogan in real estate, location, location, location. You know, when you have an opportunity to hunt a property, be willing to do more for them and not expecting them to do for you.
My season was successful because of the relationships that I've built. From the one that I have here in Kansas with Bob, to going to Canada and starting a new relationship, a new era, and looking forward to the future of hunting out in Canada. And again, you know, establishing those relationships is what it's all about in the end. I couldn't be happier.